I have come up with a list of 10 phrases and words that us Spanish speakers make mistakes on when we speak English. Phrase number 1, I am hungry, I am thirsty, I am cold, I am hot, I am 27 years old. In Spanish, we don't say I am, but we say I have. Tengo hambre, tengo frío, tengo calor. And for us, that makes perfect sense. I have hunger. Makes sense. But in English, to be hungry is to be. So it's a state of being. And you say I am, or you are hungry, she is hungry. Nobody has hunger. You are hungry. And this is one of these common mistakes that I remember making when I first started learning English. This is one of those things that you want to memorize so that you start thinking in English so you don't translate things so literal from Spanish to English. Phrase number 2, I agree, not I am agree. In Spanish, we say estoy de acuerdo. We say it as in a state of being. I am agree, but you could say I am in agreement. That would make sense, but you wouldn't say I am agree. Just I agree. Phrase number 3, miss versus lose. In Spanish, you say perdí el bus. I lost the bus. Perdí el tren. I lost the train. And in English, it doesn't make sense because it's like you lost it. You had it and then you lost it. You can't lose a train or a bus. You missed it. So you will say, I missed the train. I missed the bus. Losing means to lose things out of sight. You can't see them anymore. You had your keys. You lost them. You didn't miss them. You lost them. That's the difference between missing and losing. Phrase number 4. This, that, these, those. I remember I struggled with these 4 words a lot when I was starting to learn because it is the same in Spanish. We have certain terms. We say eso, esos, esto, estos. It is the same, but the pronunciation in English is a little tough. To refer to something that's nearby, we say this card. If it's one item. If it's more than one, we say these cards. If it's one thing that is far away, we say that card. If it's more than one, we say those cards. It is a little confusing with the pronunciation, especially this versus these. This, these, that, those. Making the distinction between this, these, that, and those will make a huge difference in your speech. It'll make you sound more fluent, and if you start thinking in English, these tricks and these changes will help you a long way. Phrase number 5, to be embarrassed versus being pregnant. In Spanish, embarazada means pregnant. It does not mean embarrassed. Embarrassed means to be ashamed or to be shy about something. You don't want to say, I'm embarrassed to say that you're pregnant. I remember when I first heard one of my friends in middle school say, I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, what? She's pregnant? She's only 14. So this happens and it's okay. When these things happen, I'm sure you'll never forget them. Or you can just watch my videos for tips and tricks without having to be embarrassed about not knowing what some things mean in English. Phrase number 6, molest versus bother. In Spanish, molestar, it just means to bother. But you don't say to molest someone because that just means to be harassed. It just means acosar, and that's not how you would say that. I remember playing around with my siblings and I think I yelled out, stop molesting me to my brother at school, and everyone was shocked. They were like, what? Your brother is molesting you? No. And what I meant to say is don't bother me. Molest and bother are different things. Molestar means to bother. And molest means acoso. So make sure you keep those two separate. Phrase number 7. Explain to me, not explain me. In Spanish, we can say explícame, dime, and it's not always the same. Dime, tell me, yes, it makes sense. But explain me, no. You have to say explain to me. There are a lot of resources out there to help you differentiate when to put the two in between. And what helps a lot is when you watch TV in English, when you watch maybe comedies or a sitcom or something that uses regular speech, that'll help you differentiate which phrases have the two and which don't have the two. Just get used to listening so you can improve your speaking. Make versus do. Make is referred to when you construct or create something. And do is when you do stuff, when you do anything, when you do something, when you do nothing. For example, when you want to make a cake, you don't say, I want to do a cake. Doing a cake doesn't make sense because you're not constructing it or creating it. So you say, I want to make a cake, not do. So remember, to make is when we construct things, and do is when let's do something. Let's not do anything. Let's do some exercise, because you're not creating exercise. You are doing exercise. Phrase number 9. Fun versus funny. Riding my bike is fun. It's not funny. Funny means gracioso. Fun is divertido. Going to the movies is fun. Going to the movies is not funny. Maybe, if you're gonna go watch something funny. Or, it was funny when you fell. Not, it was fun when you fell. It was funny when you fell. We don't use funny to say enjoyable. Funny is just something that makes you laugh, chistoso. Phrase number 10. How versus what. Sometimes I know in Spanish we use como a lot, but como doesn't always translate well to how. We don't say, how does it look like? Como se ve? We say, what does it look like? We don't use how in that sense. Or when we say, what is that word in English? That is how you say it. You don't say, how is that word in English? What is that word in English? And those were my top 10 phrases of common mistakes that Spanish speakers make when speaking English. I know I've made these mistakes, and I may still do, but this should help you sound a little bit more fluent and help you sound more like a native. And like I promised, here are 3 phrases that do translate from Spanish to English and English to Spanish perfectly fine. First, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Matar 2 pájaros de un solo tiro. Same, is the same thing. Phrase number 2, love is blind, el amor es ciego. Phrase number 3, on the tip of my tongue, en la punta de la lengua. Is the same thing. So it's not always impossible to translate from Spanish to English. Just make sure you think about it before you translate every single phrase. Don't miss free Go Natural English tips by signing up in our email list at gonaturaleNglish.com/email. I hope this video was helpful. It definitely helped me once I learned that I can't say the same things I say in Spanish in English. I hope this was helpful. Let me know what you thought in the comments and if there's any other topic you would like me to cover. If you make these quick little changes, I'm sure you'll become fluent faster than you think. If you'd like to continue learning, don't forget to check out our English course. That should definitely help you become more fluent faster. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!